Have you ever felt like no matter how many hours you grind, you're still behind? Like you wake up, slam 3 cups of coffee, stare at your laptop, and still wonder, why am I not ahead yet? That's grind culture talking. The idea that success equals 16-hour workdays, no breaks, and a caffeine IV. But here's the truth nobody tells you. That hustle harder mindset is killing your productivity, your focus, and honestly, your mental health. I've been there, late night cramming, scrolling for productivity hacks, feeling guilty for doing anything fun, thinking that if I rest, I'm failing. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work. Your brain isn't a machine. It's a delicate system that needs rhythm, rest, and smart planning. And when you ignore that, you burn out fast, lose focus, and ironically, get less done than if you worked smarter. Today, I want to break down why grind culture is toxic, how it tricks you into thinking more hours equals better results, and what you can do instead to actually build real, sustainable productivity that lasts. By the end, you'll see why working less strategically beats grinding nonstop. Here's the first trap: thinking that success is measured in hours logged. Average students and young professionals fall into this all the time. You've seen it. Someone pulls an all-nighter, posts it on social media like a badge of honor, and everyone thinks they're winning. But long hours don't equal focus, and focus is what produces results. Grinding for 12 hours straight might make you feel productive, but most of that time is foggy brains, scrolling, staring blankly, and half-hearted work. Top performers, they measure output, not hours. They chunk work into intentional blocks, take breaks to recharge, and focus deeply for short, high-quality bursts. Your goal isn't to sit longer, it's to produce smarter. That means identifying your priorities, protecting your attention, and scheduling tasks in manageable chunks. Start small. Pick one task today, set a 25-minute timer, remove distractions, and focus fully. You'll finish faster than you think. And here's the twist. Once you realize hours don't equal productivity, you start reclaiming your energy, mental clarity, and even your free time. Next problem, motivation. Grind culture convinces you that pushing past exhaustion is heroic, but your brain doesn't respond to constant stress the way you think. When you're running on fumes, your memory drops, creativity disappears, and tasks that should take 20 minutes suddenly take an hour. This is the burnout cycle. I've personally crashed after weeks of trying to outwork everyone, thinking discipline meant never stopping. The truth? Discipline isn't pushing past your limits. It's building routines that make productive work feel natural. That means pacing yourself, building consistent daily habits, and protecting your energy. It's not sexy, but it works. Set boundaries, decide when your work ends, stick to it, and don't feel guilty. Even 5 to 10 minutes of intentional rest every hour improves focus dramatically. And here's the kicker. When you ditch grind culture, you actually want to work. Your brain starts associating productivity with satisfaction, not punishment. Suddenly you get more done in less time, with less stress, and your results improve. Rest isn't laziness, it's productivity fuel. Think about athletes. You wouldn't ask a sprinter to run 24/7. They train, then rest. Your brain works the same way. Short, intentional breaks recharge attention, improve memory, and boost creativity. That means naps, walks, stretching, or even just stepping away from your screen. Grind culture convinces you that every minute must be work time, but that's a lie. When you rest strategically, tasks that seemed impossible become easier. You think, I don't have time to rest, but here's the paradox. Skipping rest makes you slower and more prone to mistakes. Resting strategically is actually a time multiplier. Start with tiny steps. After 25 to 30 minutes of focused work, pause for 5. Step outside, get fresh air, drink water. You'll return sharper than before. Over days and weeks, these micro-rests compound, turning you from a frazzled, exhausted grinder into someone who gets more done in less time, feels confident, and avoids the dread of long hours. Now let's talk strategy. Working smart beats working hard every single time. The key is prioritization and batching tasks.
Top students and young professionals don't tackle random tasks in a chaotic order. They identify what's high impact and start there. Break projects into smaller chunks, assign time blocks, and stick to them. Remove distractions before starting and track your progress, not perfection. Another trick? Reverse your workflow. Instead of working long hours on everything, focus on what actually moves the needle. That might mean drafting first, then editing, rather than obsessing over perfect notes, or tackling hardest tasks first when your energy is highest. Grind culture ignores this. It glorifies effort, not results. Smart work emphasizes output, efficiency, and clarity. You don't need to be online or at your desk 16 hours. You need to protect your attention, rest intentionally, and plan strategically. These habits compound faster than brute force work, giving you sustainable productivity without the mental crash. Let's get actionable. To escape grind culture, start with small, micro habits. Time blocking. Schedule 25 to 50-minute work sessions with breaks. Phone off or away while focusing. Daily planning. Write down 3 priorities each morning. Mini reviews. For students, review notes daily instead of cramming. Intentional rest. Take real breaks, even 5 minutes to recharge. Start with one habit tonight. The beauty of micro habits, they're easy to sustain. They build confidence, and you feel progress instantly. These aren't dramatic changes. They're subtle, like switching a switch from chaos to clarity. Grind culture thrives on guilt and fear, but these habits shift the game to effortless productivity. Within days, you'll notice your brain works faster, your focus lasts longer, and even your free time feels guilt-free. Here's the truth. Grind culture is a trap. Working endlessly doesn't make you productive. It makes you tired, stressed, and frustrated. Real productivity comes from working smart, protecting attention, and resting intentionally. You don't need to pull all-nighters or hustle harder to succeed. Start small. Implement one micro habit tonight, plan tomorrow before bed, take real breaks, and track your progress. These tiny actions compound into major results. Imagine a month from now, you're ahead in school, college, or work. You feel confident, focused, and energized, not exhausted. Productivity isn't about pushing more. It's about creating sustainable habits that make your brain work for you, not against you. So ditch the grind culture lies, reclaim your energy, and start working smarter today. Hit like if you're ready to escape the grind, subscribe for more actionable productivity tips, and comment your favorite habit you'll start tonight. Let's level up together without burning out.